Yo, hello guys, welcome back to another figure review of mine. Now we're gonna take a look at the SH Figuarts Darth Maul figure. This figure is pretty cool and yeah, it's a nice figure, you know. I don't know where to start. I'm always fucking around with this camera, sorry for the language. But anyway, let's take a look at this figure. This is Darth Maul. Now, my first impression on this figure was, you know, it was just, I was very impressed by this figure. This is one of my favorite figures now in my collection. And also, this is my second favorite Star Wars character. And, you know, guys, do you know, my favorite Star Wars character is Anakin Skywalker. Yes, I said it, I don't give a shit. And yes, he is the most badass. You know, if he wasn't turned into Darth Vader, he would have been the strongest Star Wars character ever been, in my opinion. I do think that is the case, and that's real Star Wars what I'm talking about. When I think about real Star Wars, I think about Obi-Wan, I think about Darth Maul, I think about Anakin Skywalker, you know, those characters, you know, those are really important for me. Anyway, you know, you can expect some great face sculpts when it comes to SH Figuarts, and this face sculpt isn't any difference. I do like this face sculpt, and you know, I like the black painting. It's overall just black, but it's also painted in the black. It's not just molded in the black, I think, because it was really smelly. This figure is really smelly for an SH Figuarts figure. The articulation is pretty weird. The arms were popping off the whole time. This is something you must worry about or watch out for. My arms were popping out the whole time. The bicep swivel, I mean. But I glued it in place because, you know, I just couldn't play around with this figure. It was just popping off the whole time. It was so annoying that I just glued it on, and I packed on the wrong hand and the wrong side, I see. So let's change that out, and let's first take a look at the accessories of this figure. So he comes with two fisted hands. So let's see, and then we're going to take a look at the packaging. He comes with two fisted hands, two normal. He comes with two lightsabers. I don't know where to start. I'm sorry. This figure is just really weird to explain, because he comes with a lightsaber, dual lightsaber, which is this one, but you can remove the lightsaber parts from the holster, and you can put it on the smaller ones, and you can hold the smaller ones as well, so you can pose them with two separately or combined. And you have two different hands for that, one for the normal holding ones, which are this one with the small hole. You also have the one with the wider grip, this one, for the bigger one to pack on, because the bigger one is on both sides a little bit wide, as you see. I don't know if I captured it on camera, sorry, I'm sorry for that, but anyway, let's put a figure here. Anyway, so you can see that. It's pretty nice detail. It looks great in my opinion, which you can expect from SH Figuarts, and also comes with an alternative head, which looks pretty cool. A little bit of a smirking, angry, evil face. I like the line work on it, and the painting. It's very clean, and I also like the bones on the head. And he also comes with two force posing hands and two fisted hands, what I was saying. So that's pretty cool, great accessories there. So let's pack on the normal lightsaber holding hands for the separately holding lightsaber hands. So there, and yeah, so okay, he's pretty small, this figure. It isn't really big. But he is in scale, I believe, with the Star Wars Black series, because the Star Wars Black series are a little bit shorter than the other domestic 6-inch scale figures. So here you have him with the dual wield lightsabers, and it looks really cool. I do like this, and I do like the articulation, but are some things you need to worry about. But I like the quality of this figure, despite from the arms popping off. And also his torso can pop off if you crunch him too much forward. I will show that in a bit. But I do like the sculpting details on the wrinkles in this cloth. But this is also a softer material, but not really soft. It is very soft, now, don't get me wrong, but it isn't soft as like, you know, these collectibles does with their capes and everything. So, but it is soft enough, you know, to make it posable and play it around. I like the sculptings everywhere. Also in his pants. Here you have some nice details with the, you know, the little line work in the cloth, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it. Probably you can see it now. And also these two parts here are floating pieces, also soft. I don't know if you can see it. Like a little kind of tank top kind of idea you get from it, and the rest is all molded in plastic. So this is softer and soft, and the rest is all just molded in hard plastic. I like the shoes. I like the details on the shoes, a little line works and everything with the buckles here. I do like that, how that looks. And the neutral face sculpt, it's pretty cool as well. Don't know if you guys can see it right. Let me pack it off, maybe that's better, but I will do that later. Let's first take a look at the packaging. It's just standard Star Wars SH figuarts packaging, you know, with a little box and some images of the figure on the back, the accessories and everything, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the packaging, but for me packaging isn't important anymore. I'm not really a packaging guy anymore. I used to, but for me the figure itself is just more important. But I do think it's the figures of these prices, because as figures are pretty pricey, should come with a nice box, a nice packaging. So I do think they can improve a little bit more on the packaging. I do think it's a little bit small and too plain for the price he comes with. I expect a little bit more art and everything. If you look at the size of this figure, it's just with DC icons size scale. But what I was saying, he is smaller than, for instance, the Marvel Legends figures. You can make it work though with a little bit fantasy and everything, but he should be the same size as Spider-Man, obviously, and he stands great in scale with the other SH figuarts figures. Like the angle should be great with Vegeta. He stands great, and with Masco he stands a little short, but on the other hand this will work as well in my opinion, because Superman should be a big guy. But anyway, I don't know how big Darth Maul should be, but I believe he is kind of short. He's not really tall, let's say that. So the articulation on this figure is pretty good, what I was saying, but there are some QC here and there with the arms popping off and the bicep swivel and everything. His neck and his head are in ball joints. He can move up. His head can move up till there, down till there. He has a tilt, rotation at both ball joints. He has a butterfly joint which goes into there, vertically as well, and also a ball joint at the shoulder, and also can butterfly joint at the back, which you can see here. And he has a single joint or double joint. I don't know what it is. It's really weird. You can't really see it, but the range of motion is good because there is a little bit of a opening here, gappage, or how do you say that? Specially made so there is a better range of motion. He also swivels a little bit there, not much, and he also has hinged ball joints at his wrist. He has a single ball joint at the torso, which crunches forwards till there, and he pops up if you crunch too much forward. I did that on purpose now because to show it to you. You want to pack him on, you need to hold him here at the crotch, and then just pack it on into place. So the range of motion isn't that great on this torso. You know, you can crunch a little bit forwards, but then it pops off again. Wait a minute, that's very annoying now. So let's pack that back on. Wait a minute. Sorry. Yeah, so that is a little bit annoying. You know, for the price point you will expect that it's a little bit better, because yeah, things like this don't happen to Star Wars Black Series stuff. So, you know, but obviously this one is a better head sculpt and everything, so you can give this figure, you know, those are some positive things about this figure. But yeah, I don't know why it isn't packing on at this moment. It's getting a little bit annoying at this moment, so yeah, sorry for that. Yeah. What the fuck? Maybe this is on the opposite side. I'm sorry, this is really not... Normally I don't have any troubles with the torso packing on into place, but it's good that you guys see this at least, so you know this. Sorry, I have to see why that isn't working now anymore. Maybe a little bit like this. A little bit like... Yes, now it's into place, so you need to be careful with that. So yeah, you can crunch backwards a little bit. So anyway, this is softer material, what I was saying. I don't know if this figure has a hinged ball joint at the hips, but you know, it doesn't really move there, so I guess it isn't. So you can kick forward to there, not that great of a range of motion, and outwards to there. So that's, you know, that's the most you can get, but it's fine for me anyway. A single joint at the knee here. It also can rotate there a little bit, as you can see. No boot cut, but it does have a rotation here at the ankle and a little bit slight of a pivot. So yeah, let's pack on the other head. First I can show off this head sculpt. This is the normal one. It's pretty cool. It looks great in my opinion. The line work. I like how they have done that. I can pack on this normal neutral face. Let's see. So sorry, neutral face, the more angry, psycho-looking evil face. And then you have it. Here you have it. Darth Maul, one of the menacing Sith Lords, in my opinion. Also, I like the Clone Wars. I like his role in the Clone Wars. So that is my figure review. I will recommend this figure. I definitely will recommend this figure 100% if you are a Star Wars figure. If you are a Star Wars fan and you have a Star Wars Black Series collection, you definitely need this figure. This figure is just freaking amazing. It's one of my favorite figures in my collection, man. I really need Anakin Skywalker SH figuarts from the Revenge of the Sith, but that doesn't exist. So the SH figuarts, Anakin Skywalker normal one I need, and this Duke Skywalker is also one I want. But from SH figuarts, I want to Mayfax Darth Vader and Kylo Ren from Mayfax rather than from SH figuarts, because I like the cloth clothing they have put on. But this figure, it doesn't have a lot of this figure doesn't have cloth, but it works with this anyway. So you can make this a little bit more up, so like this, so it has more movement. Spider-Man. I'm sorry guys, hope you guys liked this figure review, and see you guys later. Take care.